Hello and welcome. Tell me if you can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me. Merry Christmas. We've made it to this time of year. Yay. The most festive time of year. Welcome. Welcome. Have we got everyone on here? Okay, cool. So, welcome to Psychic TV. We have some amazing psychics on for you tonight. We've got Remo. He's a very gifted psychic. So, we're very happy and honored to have him on the show tonight. And we've got Niki. So Niki's amazing too, and we love her energy. So you'll absolutely be astounded by what these two psychics have to say to you. Just tell me if you can hear me. I'm not hearing myself right now. So tell me if you can hear me, please. You can hear me? Yay! Way! All right, so we'll just wait for a few more of you to come on. Now, remembering, if you want a reading tonight, you need to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, that is integral. So if you would like a reading with Remo or with Niki, you need to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, if you're in Australia, you can call one of our amazing psychics. They're all very, very gifted. They're well trained, and we have an extensive screening process. So you can rest assured that you are getting the best information that is going to help you on your life journey. Okay, so in Australia, you call 02 907 10199. If you're in the USA, you can call 191 437 37280. If you're in Canada, you can call 1778 807 1426. And if you're elsewhere in the world and you'd like to join us, you can call 61 4888 25177. You can also go to psychictvaustralia.com and just scroll down until you find a psychic that you think that you resonate with, and you can book an appointment with them. And I'm sure they'll be very, very happy to serve you in the best way that they can. We are all light workers here. And we have the highest integrity. We are actually the best psychic hotline in the world. So if you want accurate psychic advice, be sure to call us. So I'll give you those numbers again. Australia 02 907 10199, USA 191 437 37280, Canada 1778 807 1426, and if you're elsewhere in the world, 61 4888 25177. So I am going to get started. We're going to bring Remo on and we're going to have a chat with him and see what he's all about. Remo, can you hear me? I think you're on mute.
Okay, better now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you. I can't hear anything. Wait a second. Okay. Wait a second.
It's okay.
Right, let me just take these off.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Is it working now? No.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yay!
Yes, got it going. Okay.
I can hear you too. Yay!
Perfect.
Let's just.
I thought it may have been these, so I took them out, but it doesn't seem like it was an issue. That's good. It's all sorted. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you? Tell us all about you.
Very, very well.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yes, I thought I'd bring Santa along and in the spirit of Christmas.
He's cute. He looks like he's having a good time there. He looks like he's ready to have a psychic reading.
Yes, he probably is.
Yeah. Tell us about you. What's your gift? What do you do?
Sure. Thank you. Well, hi everyone. My name is Remo. I'm a psychic medium. So generally, my readings are a combination of psychic and mediumship readings. Spirit guides can come into that as well sometimes. So the psychic element would be tuning into your auric field, your energy, energy of your soul, and just seeing what comes up whether it be work or whether it be relationships or just guidance in general. And the mediumship, of course, is connecting with spirit, bringing through people that we know in the spirit world and bringing forth. They usually come for a reason. There's usually something that is happening at the time. But, I find that, regardless of what we do, whether it's psychic, mediumship or something else, it is all about empowering people to be the best that they can be and just helping people move forward more effectively in life.
Yeah. And so with this platform, doing live events, mediumship, is that something that you'd care to do tonight, or would you like to leave that for when the viewers give you a call? Or
no, that's fine. If you're drawn to pick someone, that's fine. And obviously they're just quick readings, not an in-depth reading. But sure, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah. And on the topic of Christmas, how do you celebrate? How do you celebrate Christmas? What does it mean to you?
For me, it's mainly family, friends. It is a gathering of family and friends and sharing the love and just that is probably the first and foremost. But I feel whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I feel it's also a time to just take a bit of a break, a bit of stop and reassess. And because I feel sometimes in life we need to do that. And it just honors yourself, and you can take a moment to look back at all the things that you have done, all the things you have achieved over the last year or 6 months or whatever the time frame is, because often we just go, and we don't honor ourselves by doing that. So I feel it's that as well as the celebration of family and friends.
Yeah, I resonate completely with what you're saying. It's so true for me too. Are you ready to jump in and do some readings for us?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, great. So let's have a look. We've got here. Okay. Who shall we pick? Like and shared, would love a. Oh, okay. Let's do this one. Okay. So Stephanie Cahill. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Stephanie. So, liked and shared, would love a message from Mum, please. It's my first Christmas without her. Merry Christmas to all.
Hello, Stephanie. Sorry about your mum, and it's also very interesting that question is the first one that's been picked, because that kind of a message was what I was getting. I was sitting in a meditation prior to this just to send out intentions and clear my thoughts. And that kind of message is what actually came through. It would be, for a lot of people, the first Christmas without someone. So I feel the energy of Mum around you, left and right. So for me, Stephanie, the right is usually the masculine and the left is usually the feminine. So I feel Mum around you, left and right. So someone that was close, someone that did a lot, someone that was strong, someone that you shared a lot with. And I feel Mum was very practical in a lot of ways. So I feel what I'm drawn to say is she's left you with a lot. She's left you with a lot of thoughts, a lot of words, a lot of conversations, a lot of time that you spent with Mum. And she loved material things, yes, but I feel that she was really about love of family, love of people, love of self. So I feel she just wants you to think back and reflect over some of those conversations that you had with Mum. A lot of the advice, and a lot of times when you just needed a shoulder to lean on and you went to Mum. And I'm also, interestingly enough, getting the energy of a dog. I don't know if you guys had a dog, and I feel it was yours, but I feel there was time spent with Mum and this dog as well. I feel there's some happy memories around a dog. But basically, it is about thinking back to all the memories and all the times that you spent with Mum and using those times to help you move forward. I feel your energy is a little bit, it's very emotional, so it's a little bit heavy. But I feel just embrace that and embrace that emotion, because that emotion is taking you to all the memories that you had with Mum. I'm actually getting quite emotional saying it all
Wow.
myself. So I can really feel that coming through, Stephanie. So I hope that helps, Stephanie. Thank you.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you, Stephanie. That is so cool. Actually, if you'd like to know more from your mum, I'd suggest that after today's session, today's show, you give Remo a call and use his ID number, which is 9123. I'm sure that he'd love to give you a full reading on that. Wow, that was amazing. I felt that too. I really did feel that as well.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah, sometimes that energy just comes through, that emotion just comes through, and that's definitely a very strong one.
Yeah, you're definitely very gifted. All right, Tanya. Okay, liked and shared. Do you have a message from Dad in spirit, please? There we go.
Hello, Tanya. How are you? Okay. The first thing I'm getting is a car. I'm assuming Dad had a car that I actually feel he had two, going the wrong way. I feel he had two cars that he loved, but I'm getting a car. And with that car, I'm getting the feeling of exhilaration, of freedom, of just being in that car with the windows down and your hair blowing in the wind. And I also feel did you go for drives with Dad? I'm seeing long drives, and they're in a car, and you're in the car. But I feel the message that he wants to bring across now for you, not just at this time, but I feel quite strongly at this time, is just to have some fun. It's just to be yourself. Is just to, just to forget about the pressures and the stresses of life, just for a short period of time, and take some time for yourself. Were you planning on a short trip? I'm seeing a trip as well. If you were planning on taking a trip, it's certainly a good time to do that, a little getaway, because I feel Dad was a hard worker, and I'm just feeling for you now, just some time out is quite important, and just time just to be yourself. It's almost like it's like you're carrying a lot at the moment, and I just feel some of that needs to be allowed just to go by itself. So just taking some time out for yourself. So I hope, Tanya, that makes sense. Thank you.
Hey, Tanya, thank you. And everyone as well, just be aware we've got Grace online, so she should be happy to give you a reading. Her number is 9888. We've got Jackie 9875, Natalie 9810, Mermaid Medium 9810. So be sure to call, and I'll be happy to give you an amazing reading. We're coming up to a new year, so I'm sure they'd love to do a yearly forecast for you. So book in an hour for that, because it generally takes about an hour to look at a whole year, if they're doing month-by-month forecast for you. So, yeah, that was amazing, Remo, amazing. So, yeah. Let me see if I can find one that's not mediumship, because I know that with these readings, it's once you've tapped in, I know myself, once Spirit taps in, it's like hard to sort of detach and go on to something else.
Can be. Sure.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, and I can tell you're very highly gifted. So, let me see. Okay, guys, if you can send through some questions for Remo, that would be fantastic. Okay, let's look at this one.
Okay.
This is from Carolyn. Shared and liked. Has been through a tough 6 years. Please, any input for 2024?
Okay. As soon as I read the question, Carolyn, hi, Carolyn. Excuse me. As soon as I read the question, the number 7 came up. So I feel you're just about out of this period of time. I feel it's, yes, it is about the past 6 years as well. I mean, looking back at those years and everything that you've been through. But I feel now it's more important to be mindful about moving forward from those 6 years, because often we'll carry stuff with us. Because, if I tune in on that just those words, the past 6 years, I see you carrying a lot. I see you carrying a heavy load. And I feel this next year is a transitional year. So from from things being a little bit hard to things evening out, and then to things being a lot easier and a lot smoother. So I would say to you, just look at it in a way as, you know, you've done the hard work now, and now it's time to take on board all the lessons from all of that, because there's that old saying, you know, sometimes things are really, really hard, but I believe in everything, it's happening for us as well as to us. You know, maybe not to us, maybe happening for us is the better way to look at it, because there is a lesson in there somewhere. But for you, I feel it's about moving forward, and I feel over the next year things will be much, much better, and you'll start to slowly see the difference. And I also feel a shedding of energies that no longer serve you, and by that I mean people. I see a few people being shed because the energies just aren't in alignment, and I believe that will also help you move forward. And I'm also feeling, you know, time for yourself. It's not selfish to spend time for yourself. I feel you're a giver. You're very empathic. You do take a lot on board, but then you also need to release that once it's done its job. That's all I'm really getting, Carolyn. So I hope that helps. Thank you.
Wow, that's cool. Thank you, Carolyn. Please make sure that you call Remo after the show. His ID number is 9123. I'm sure that he'd be able to give you exactly what you're needing at this time. Remo, what do you think about bringing Niki in and having a chat with her? And I'll let her do a few readings so you can have a bit of a break, and then I'll give you turns so you can have a go.
Sure.
So I'll bring Niki in. Yeah. Okay. Niki!
Hello, Niki.
How are you going?
Good, thank you.
Season's greetings. What's going on with you? What's this time of year for you?
This time of year is pretty special for me, anyway. Personally, there's a lot of disturbance going on in the world, and so a lot of the things that we're bearing witness to just makes me feel very grateful, but also the power of trying to send a lot of positive energy. So if all of us send positive energy to particular areas in the world, a lot of things happening that are changing things for this particular country, or Palestine. I'll just say it, Palestine. So some good things are starting to happen finally, and that's the power of the people also doing what they can do. So even if it's a positive thought, you don't have to be doing anything dramatic, you know. And so for me, this Christmas, it's been a little bit sad coming up to it because of that, but I'm very grateful for life.
Yeah, I feel your pain and your people's pain. Yeah, definitely. That's great advice for everyone, just to send love and light over there, because they need it at this time. That is so true. And what do you do spiritually? What's your spiritual work? What are you into? What are you doing?
Well, I've been reading for 35 years, so I'm a medium, and I'm also a psychic as well. So I, connect with people that have crossed, and I love kind of the love questions, because I used to be the love guru back when PTV was first on TV. So there was the original crew, and I was one of them, and so they used to call me the love guru. So I do love doing love readings for people, and when they're going to connect and all that sort of good stuff. But I've just been working for myself all my life. That's pretty much all I've done, apart from being a mum. So that's me.
But being a mum, that's one of the most amazing jobs you can have. I think sometimes mums play that down a little bit, but it's hard work, isn't it?
It is full-time work. Very blessed.
I've got a question for you, actually. I'll bring it up. There you go. It's from Diane, and she says, I've liked and shared. Will my sister find a soulmate when she goes on a cruise? Thank you. Merry Christmas.
It's funny because I was just having, when I was waiting, I was just having a little look at the questions. And that question actually, I spotted that question. And so it's good that it's come up. I feel absolutely she's going to meet someone. And I feel like this is a long time coming for her, and it will help her with her confidence and also help her feel like a woman again. I feel like there's been such a struggle either with mental health or there's been loss, I feel, with this lady. And it's been a succession of years. So I've say 5 to 6 years of a lot of turmoil for her. This cruise not only is going to help her even face a fear, I feel, it's also going to help her connect and build her confidence again. So there is a bit of a little romance happening here with, and it's got legs to be able to kind of finish the cruise and start on land, so to speak. So I feel very, very good about it. You know, at the worst case scenario for this woman is that she's going to have a hell of a good time. That's about it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny that you should bring up mental health because I'm an advocate for mental health. And so if you're listening and watching today, it's important to recognize that even if you're not chosen, sometimes a message can come through which is for you, even though it's being delivered to another person. So if you hear something today on the show that resonates with you, then take it on board because it could be for you as well. If you are having issues at this time of year, which a lot of people do, some people are alone, you can always call Lifeline on 13 11 14. They're a great service and they'll be more than happy to sit and have a chat with you and listen. Okay, so thank you to Lifeline. Let's choose another one. Let's see where we are. Okay, I'm trying to find some loved ones for you, Nikki.
Whatever you want, mediumship, it doesn't matter.
Okay, let's do this one. Okay, Juliet, liked and shared. Is 24 going to be a better year, please and thank you?
Yes, 2024 will be a better year for you because you've also learnt a lot about letting go. I feel like 2023, so 21, 22, 23, I feel have been very tough, and you've tried to hold on to things. And coming to the end of this year, obviously, you're starting to learn about letting go, which is very exciting because that's where your life begins, like truly. And you allow the universe to bring you all the things that you need. I see here that there's been a very, very big spring clean in your life. So you've chucked a lot of stuff away, and that would be emotional, but also physical stuff. I feel like there's been a big cleanup. And there is now also a real energy towards doing something new practically or work-wise. I feel that you'll find yourself with an opportunity kind of around the March of April of 2024, and also there'll be an ability for you to even study or learn something new. So that's very, very exciting. I also feel that there is time spent, this is with a younger person, so I don't know whether this is your child or a friend's child, but it's like a bit of mentoring or something like that taking place. I can see you spending time with someone younger. And then also I feel that your improvements also come in the form of health as well. And there's also love in it too. So 2024 is going to be really a year of everything that it hasn't been the last 3 years. And especially too, because you're starting to learn to let go and that you can't control everything in your life, that you have to give yourself a break and let go and just let yourself breathe and just walk forward. So I'm proud of you. Good on you. It is going to be much better, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. I'm speechless. That was so on point. You're amazing. All right. Yeah, that was amazing. That was truly amazing to watch that. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you one more and then I'll let you both work together. Both you and Remo work together and you can choose which questions you want to answer. So let's bring this one up. Danielle Wilson Smith. liked and shared. May I please know if my daddy has any messages for me, please? TIA.
And he is your daddy. Number one, I know that he must have crossed from cancer, or there's a cancer connection here somewhere with things. And you certainly are his little girl or princess, I might add. I feel that he's talking about, so you've been worried a little bit about your health, I feel. And kind of what I'm getting is that all is okay. Like, just do what you need to do to look after yourself a little bit better. I feel like you've been burning the candle at both ends, and your father's very aware of this. Your father also mentions, so you're very psychic, very, very in tune with stuff, and just take note of the signs. Now, I feel that sometimes you do notice them, other times you're too overwhelmed to notice them, but he's coming through quite strong. I'll even give you, he uses my mother's numbers. My mother that's passed has 333 are the numbers that I get given when she's around and when I need her. And so Dad also is saying it's when you notice the 333s. Now, you will notice them because I'm telling you there is something will, click in your mind, and now you'll notice them as they start to come through, and it's about talking to him. I know that you're finding it very, very difficult, and I know sometimes you get very, very scared, but there is an abundance of love by this man, and he is constantly holding your hand. So there's like beautiful cherry blossoms or jasmine or just really fragrant flowers that I'm smelling, and I see the ocean or the need to go to the ocean. Your father is very sorry that he had to leave you, but it was his time. There's no guilt. It was his time. That's it. There was nothing that we could do to change that outcome. But your daddy's with you and will be until it's your time to go, which will be a long time yet, but he'll be there. God bless you.
That's beautiful. I don't know whether you guys could hear. I could actually hear the feedback from her father. It was like the feedback was just coming through this end was amazing. Like the energy, it was just like, shh. I don't know whether you could hear that or not. Could you hear that?
A little bit, I could.
Yeah, it was amazing. Her father like fully stepped in and was like, yeah, I'm not a medium. I'm a psychic and I have psychic gifts, but I'm not a medium. But to hear that, that's like complete proof of survival. So yeah, give us some feedback. Make sure you give us some feedback, guys, so that I can hand it on to the psychics, because of course and the mediums, because they need to be able to know how they're going. And yes, of course, if you want a reading, give them a call after the show. Remo 9123 and Nikki 9895. You can also call Grace 9888, Jackie 9875, Natalie 9810, Mermaid Medium 9810. So, and the numbers that you need to call are Australia 02 907 10199. And then you need USA 191-437-37280, Canada 1778-807-1426, and if you're elsewhere in the world, you can call 61-488-25177. Okay, let's keep going. I think I'm just waiting for our producer to get in contact with me because I think she wants to extend the show. I'm not sure. I think I saw a message there. But yeah, make sure you jump online after the show and have a reading with our psychics because they're all amazing, every single one of them. Next question, please. All right. Here we go. What about this one? Is it Ciron? You'll have to correct me. Is it Ciron? Liked and shared. Hi, Nikki, you are amazing. What do you see for me in 2024? A new love coming my way? Thank you. And Merry Christmas.
Okay. So, for you, 2024 is the year that you find your power. It's a year of just great strength. And I feel actually like even this person that I'm talking to now has a connect, this spirit, and you would be able to hear that probably as well. There is a spirit around you and really supporting this year in 2024 where you do find love. Karma is very good for you in 2024. So karma is not about negative stuff. There's the positive karma that we accumulate throughout our life, and you've got quite a bit. So I feel like you're getting carried through 2024 in many ways, through chance meetings, through opportunities, through just you waking up, continuing your healing journey. You do have, so the focus on love is with someone that is very confident, but very humble in their energy. I feel like it's someone that either is a teacher or does something in the teaching field out for, in a work sense. I feel they're a fire sign, so an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. And I feel like this person is very tactile, so won't mind, being affectionate, won't mind telling you things about love and talking to you. And it's very nice when you connect with something like that. It makes you feel good, obviously. So that's something very much in the bag for you. And that's kind of like another March, April kind of timeline with it as well. So I see that. I see, as I said, the positive karma for you. So connecting with opportunities. I mean, I don't conduct like gambling. No, but I'd put a lotto ticket on if I were you. Whenever you felt kind of that way inclined, just do it. You never know what may happen because it's an abundant year. It's a very healthy year, and it's a very sunny year. So you've got more sunshine in your life, obviously, than the grey clouds. It's a lot happier for you, and you feel more free probably than you have in probably 11 years, they tell me. So you've been in a cycle for 11 years, and it's finishing this year. So congratulations and good luck with it.
Wow. That is cool. Give us some feedback, okay? So that I can hand it on to our psychics, because I'm seeing a lot of questions coming through, but I'm not seeing much feedback. So please, if that resonates with you, send some feedback through so I can hand it on. I think we'll jump over to you, Remo. I think we'll do this one. Jody liked and shared. I would really love to know what's in store for me when the new shop owner takes over, please and thank you. Very specific question. Wait a second. Are you muted?
Yep.
There we go. Okay.
Thank you. Hello, Jody. Yeah, very good question. I'm feeling the word change, and I feel it is about change for you. I'm getting the phrase comfort zone. So I don't feel the changes will be negative. I just feel they will be different, and I feel it's about you adapting to these changes. I feel previously it was sort of stable for a long time, or the same for a long time. So I feel just embrace the change. It just feels very different. I'm just getting the phrase chalk and cheese. So from the way it was before to the way it's going to be, just feels very different. So don't let that sudden change and that massive difference throw you off at all. I just feel just embrace the change, work with it, and make sure you put an element of you into that as well. Because the biggest thing with change and being outside our comfort zone, I feel it's about when we are outside of our comfort zone, it's about being our true selves outside that comfort zone and not letting any defense mechanisms which may tend to kick in sometimes. But that's all I'm really seeing. I just feel that it will be different, and I feel you will have a bit more opportunity to put yourself into the job as well, more than what you've had before. So just embrace that, go with it. I feel it's quite positive. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Remo. Yeah, So yeah, if that resonates with you, make sure you call Remo after the show. His ID number, once again, is 9123. So if you're watching and this is resonating with you, give him a call. He is an amazing psychic. He's done a lot of training, and he'll be able to give you all the information that you require. I'll let you decide between you both who wants this one. I'll just bring it up. Sharan Hart, liked and shared. Will my life work out with work and money and relationships? So who would like to answer that one?
I don't mind. I'll give it a go.
This is new for me. It's maybe Remo.
All right. Okay. Sharan, hi, how are you? It's interesting that the way that question's worded, actually, you know, will my life work out with work and money and relationship? Well, I feel, you know, what we do, how we interact with work and with money is a relationship. So I feel often we need to look at that relationship with money. If we're struggling with money, or if we have an abundance of money, you know, whatever it is, you know, whatever's happening, it is a relationship. So looking at it in that way, I feel helps us solve any little blocks or any little issues we may be having. Okay, so work feels like there's a lot of different energies where you work. It feels, I want to use the word turbulent, but not in a bad way. It just feels like there's a lot of different people, a lot of different energy. And I feel for you, it's just about you having your own little zone and just doing things your way. Because if you try and get involved with everyone else, I don't feel they're going to take on board what anyone's trying to tell them, you know, not just you, but anyone. I feel everyone just wants to do things their own way. So I feel focus on what the job you have to do, doing it your way. Money, it feels like it's kind of cruising along. It feels like it's stable, but it feels like you want it to pick up a bit more. And I feel that it will. I'm feeling sort of in the first quarter of 2024, I feel that it will. I feel there'll be a change at work, and I feel that will bring about the change in money that you're after. With the relationship, it feels like there's a few more things you need to get to first. So I feel, you know, focus on yourself, focus on the work, and focusing on yourself and the work will resolve the money issue. And then I feel it will free up some energy then for you to put into the relationship. But I see that working out as well. That's just a little bit further down the track. It feels like you're trying to fix everything at once, but sometimes I feel it's a step-by-step process. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting, Sharan. So I hope that helps and makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharan. Thank you, Remo.
Okay.
So yeah, am I pronouncing that correct, by the way? It is Remo.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Remo. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Thanks.
Remo.
Thank you.
I'm a bit dizzy sometimes. I'm known for being dizzy in that way. But I've got another one for you. Here we go. Carmen Gilroy. Okay, loved me and shared. Good evening, everyone. Merry Christmas. Should I keep trying on my relationship or just give up? I feel I should keep trying even though it's killing me inside, and I don't want to give up on my partner who is going through a lot, but in ways I just want to give up on everything. So I felt like this was a serious one. Maybe we can just give a little reading, and then Carmen, you need to call the reader that will answer this question for you after the show, and they will be able to give you an in-depth help. But I didn't want you to feel like we weren't listening, because we definitely are. So one of you choose this, who wants to do this reading, and yeah, whoever can answer this.
All right, so seeing Remo did the last one, I'll do this one. So can you read the question to me again?
Yeah, sure. Should I keep trying on my relationship or just give up? I feel I should keep trying even though it's killing me inside. I don't want to give up on my partner
who is going through a lot, but in ways I just want to give up on everything.
Okay. So you're being triggered big time by your partner, and your partners, I can see that they do have a very detached / cruel / and there's either an alcohol issue or a drug issue or something along those lines that creates this havoc, this chaos that I feel lives inside your partner's head. You've been overcompensating for so long now. The reason why you feel like giving up is because you're exhausted. You've hit a major wall. I think I can confidently say that you've had either nervous breakdown or physical breakdown. There's a whole element there. And I'm not going to say to you to leave your partner. What I am going to say to you is to seek some help yourself and perhaps look at some counseling just to understand why you have this need to save your partner, because you are losing yourself in all of this. You've lost a lot of yourself in trying to prop them up, trying to appease them, trying to do everything right. There's nothing wrong with you. You're a loving, caring person. I can promise you, I give you my word, that if you can seek a little bit of counseling, it's going to change your life, because I see 2024 as a year of new beginning for you. It doesn't mean that you've ended the relationship. It means that you've put some boundaries there and you're moving forward in your life. Don't give up. You've got a lot ahead of you that is fantastic, but you have exhausted yourself and you're out of energy. There's nothing left in the tank. And of course, anyone's going to feel that way when there's no energy in the tank. So look at it in an honest way. You're exhausted. So what can you do to unexhaust yourself? You can rest, you can eat properly, you can drink lots of water, you can take your vitamins, go for a walk. You know, there are plenty of things that you can do. And it's important that you do this and put yourself first. It's a very, very selfish world sometimes, and we come across very selfish people through our life as well. But you've been through a lot, and compared to everything else, you're going to be fine through this. The relationship won't end, but you're going to get stronger. And 2024 will be the year in which you see yourself like you haven't seen yourself in a long time. So good luck.
Yeah. Thank you. Because I feel too like there needs to be a energetic exchange happening here, doesn't there, guys?
Yeah.
You know, and when there's not that in a relationship, you know, it's easy to become unbalanced when you're overcompensating for the other party in the relationship. Do you have any advice for that viewer as well, Remo? What are you feeling around that?
Yeah, something along the lines of what you were saying, Sandie. You know, the energetic exchange is important. It's also important to remember it's never 50-50 even. But generally speaking, I feel there needs to be that. And also, you know, I feel there's only so much we can do for someone else as well. Sure, we can be there, we can give advice, we can support, but then, you know, the other person needs to take action as well, to help themselves as well, and that again leads us back to the energetic exchange. I was picking up what Niki was saying about you being exhausted and kind of, I feel a frustrated energy as well. So seeking some advice and some help is certainly, you know, really good advice there.
And it's so easy to be really thinking of these questions at this time of year as well, because we're coming up to a new year. You know, it's almost like that 7 of coins card in the tarot. You know, you've got so many coins on one side, but you've got one on the other side, and you're weighing up, you know, am I going to invest in something new, or am I going to stay where I am? And it's this time of year where, you know, holiday season where so much goes on. we can't help but reassess where our lives are at. So yeah,
definitely. And I think too, you know, relationships change, and often when we do go through a difficult phase and we come out of it, it's different then to what it was before. It feels different, but doesn't mean it's not good. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just feels different. So I feel keep that in mind as we work through things. We grow, and the energy of the relationship changes, just like our energy changes.
Yeah.
What
do you think, Niki, around this time of year, with people being alone and, you know, coming up to New Year? And what sort of spiritual practices can people, you know, bring into their lives now, which is going to help them moving into next year? Because I know next year in numerology is an 8-year, right? So it's a year for harvest. So yeah, what can our viewers do to be able to, you know, put themselves in the right direction?
Mindfulness,
the number one thing,
I think.
the number one thing, that's okay, is, you know, really understand that at the end of the day, it truly is. Christmas is a nice time, don't get me wrong. I believe in God, okay, don't get me wrong, but it's been made into something that
it's so commercial.
Tug at the heartstrings. You see all the commercials, you see families together, couples. It's been made into something very, very commercial, and so we get out of the unreality of that, because we're all struggling with one thing or another. None of us are immune from stress or a bit of depression or loss or anything like that. The best thing that you can do coming up is make a list of your dreams and aspirations for the 2024. What is it that you can do that's going to help you, you know, grow as a person, whether that's, you know, a different diet, or, you know, doing some study, or, you know, making new friends, join a dating site, whatever. It doesn't matter what you can do to make you, you know, make yourself feel a little bit better. And truly, the biggest thing also is knowing that spirit, you're never alone. You are a spiritual being. You know, the old saying is being having a human experience. It's the truth.
That's right.
I've seen what goes on the other side. I've been privy to what it is on the other side. You're not alone. This is a great test here. And we have to become a little less dense in our energy and do things that are going to lighten our energy, like looking after ourselves, like watching a happy film and not getting caught up in the commercialism of what happens every year. It's the same thing, and people get very depressed and people are alone. I know that. But there are a lot of also helplines that will help as well.
Yeah.
But the number one thing is that spirit, you are not alone. You truly are not alone.
And we'll try to get that number for Lifeline up again. Can we get that number for Lifeline up again, please? Because this time of year it is. You're so right, Niki. There are so many people that are alone, and you know, because it is such a commercial holiday, and you know, we're so far removed. Regardless of what your faith is not really important. Like, what's important is, you know, reflecting on the year we've had and preparing for the year that is coming. And the number for Lifeline, everyone, is 13 11 14. If you are alone and want someone to talk to, firstly, you could call our psychics, because they would love to have a chat with you. In Australia, you can call 02907 10199. In the USA, you can call 191437 37280. In Canada, you can call 1778 807 1426. And if you're elsewhere in the world, you can call 4888 25177. And we are one of the very few hotlines worldwide that have readers on 24/7, 365 days a year. We are always there for our viewers. And they do an amazing job. They work so hard. Most of them also have other jobs that they're doing, whether, you know, in the spiritual world. Some of them also do amazing work as healers, you know, and distance healing, and amazing work. So make sure that we've got about 10 minutes, so we'll do a few more, but after today's show, call Nikki on 9895 or Remo on 9123. Right, let's pick one here. Okay. All right. Okay, this one, we'll get you to do this, Remo. This is Debbie.
Sure.
Liked and shared. First time here. Do you have anything for me, please?
Okay, hello, Debbie. Yes, I do, actually. It's interesting. What I was going to say before was, in regards to the previous question, was mindfulness and, taking time out for ourselves, because I feel, healing of self and just getting back in touch with who we truly are and clearing away the clutter of life, I feel, is quite important. And that's what was coming through there, Debbie. I feel you've kind of sort of skirted around the issue of spirit and intuition. You've sort of had a look at it and gone away, had a look at it, gone away. I feel you are quite an intuitive person, quite a spiritual person. I feel quite a few people in spirit around you. But, I feel one of the first steps towards anything really is just about healing of self and being aware. So for you, I would say it is about taking some time for yourself. It is about being mindful. It is about getting out in nature a little bit. I'm feeling someone in the spirit world come forward as soon as I say that, actually. I feel it's a sibling. Do you have a brother and a sister in spirit? I can't quite pick which one, but one feels like a man, one feels like a woman, and it's like they're dragging you out into nature. They're dragging you out into the Australian bush. But yeah, that's what I was getting. I'm getting it's about spending a bit of time to do things that you want to do, and being mindful doesn't necessarily mean meditation. It could be walking along the beach, it could be painting, it could be whatever disconnects you from the busyness of life. So I hope that helps. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thanks, Remo. Yeah. Wow, we've got a few coming through, and we'd like feedback. Our psychics would love feedback. So yeah, if you're resonating with something, and you've received a reading, just put some feedback into the text box, and I'll bring it up so everyone can see it. Because we got this one, which was amazing, from Veronica. Thanks, Nikki. You're amazing. So yeah. She's obviously got something out of what you've had to say tonight, which is so true. The message is so true. So, oh yeah, here we go. Let me see, where was that? Yeah. Okay. Wow, thank you, Nikki. You're on the spot. It is an addiction, and addiction is a hard monster to have to deal with, especially when you try to give all the answers. But the addiction is stronger than the love or life. It's hard to watch and be able to keep going through the pain it causes, the confusion of it all, because I don't understand it all. I will give all that amazing advice a go, and hopefully 2024 is the year I have 5 kids I need to keep going for. Yeah. So yeah, she's definitely got something out of that. So you're on point. So yeah, that's fantastic. Let's see if we can find another one. Ooh. Okay. This one's about angel numbers, so I'll let either one of you choose. Christy. Now, I'm assuming you've liked and shared Christy. So, yeah, it says there. Yep. So you liked and shared anything for me in my love life. I keep saying 000 and 888. I don't know what that means.
So, Remo, do you want to...
Yeah, sure. Okay. Sandie, do you mind putting that up again? Thanks.
Yeah,
if you can. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Thank you. Keep seeing 000 888. Okay. Well, I feel for you with the recurring numbers, it is, be mindful of what's going through your mind at the moment. Be mindful of what you're doing. Be mindful of what's happening. The 333 is coming up as well, because I'm seeing that go across the bottom of the screen just as I read the questions, like the 8s morphed into 3s. Anything for my love life? Okay. Yes, I do feel that. I feel something different coming up. I feel, I feel in the past there's been different energies, not necessarily in alignment with what resonates with you. So just be mindful of all those energies and the effects of those as well. But I do feel a calming, different energy coming up for you, something which is very in alignment with the way you are. I feel you've done quite a bit of work on yourself as well. I certainly feel you're ready for the relationship. I feel it's like I see you climbing up 3 steps. It's like you've stepped up and you're ready. And that isn't about, where's my relationship is. That's just about, I'm ready. I'm comfortable with who I am. This is who I am, and this is the energy that I'm putting out. So I feel that will attract a like-minded energy. And the energy actually feels quite different, but yet it's very in alignment. It's like the yin and the yang almost. So I'm feeling sort of the first 3-4 months of the year, things will be, I feel you will continue to grow, and you'll continue just to be more at peace with yourself and more comfortable with yourself. And then I feel a relationship coming sort of the 3rd or 4th month of the year.
What do you feel around that, Niki? Niki, would you like to add to that?
Yeah. So the 888 is a pretty significant sign of kind of like spirit saying to you that your ability to manifest is strong. So when you start seeing these numbers, especially the 888, you kind of really get on board with this whole manifestation thing and being able to attract what you want in your life. They're very, very big numbers. It's also very godly. That whole 888 is a very strong, it's probably one of the most strongest numbers in numerology. It's the number that doesn't end. The 8 is an affinity. It is a very, very powerful, godly manifestation, creation number. And so when you're getting it in a triple like that, take note, because you've got some pretty serious dudes around you at that time, guide-wise. With the 000, it's another, zeros are never-ending as well, because they're like the 8, in their formation. But you've come to pretty big cycle ending in your life. And
we've got to wrap it up, guys. Got to wrap it up.
It's been 10 years, and so you're ready to rock, basically. You'll have what you want. Just think it.
Yeah. So either call Niki on 9895, Remo on 9123. And by the way, that 888, I'm just looking, I see Grace, 9888. So you need to call Grace, okay? Because 000 for me is an awakening number. So call Grace. I'm sure she'll be able to help you with that. You can go to psychictvaustralia.com. In Australia, you can call 02-907 10199. USA 191-437-37280. Canada 1778-807-1426, and the rest of the world 614-888-25177. Thank you so much, Remo and Niki. We love you. We love the work you do. Thank you. And everyone, have a good holiday. Whether you believe in Christmas or not is irrelevant. Be kind to yourselves. Self-care is important. So just be kind to yourself. And if you need any assistance, reach out to Psychic TV, because we are the best in the world and we can help you in any way. Anyway, we've got psychics that do everything from tea leaf reading to mediumship to Reiki, distant healing, because there was a question as well, Niki, whether you do Reiki. Someone was wanting to know whether you do that. So yeah, yes, just jump on the website. Yep, Niki.
Yes.
Yeah, Niki does do that. So just jump on the website, scroll down to Niki's page, her profile, and you'll be able to read about everything she does. Same with Remo. Just look up what he does, and they're going to be on the line. How long for now? An hour after this after this show? Yeah, they'll be online for an hour.
about
So
an hour.
make sure that you ring them. Make sure that you ring them. Okay. Have a good holiday season, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.